I've never done one of these before, but I thought that I would do a paper haul for you today. I ordered this a while ago, and it's just, I love buying lots of paper. So this Amazon pack is some sketchbooks that I'm trying, and this bad boy here from Riot is a whole heap of paper that I have bought. So I will show you today the amazing bargains that I've got, because Riot has been having paper for like $1 or $5 for packs and stuff. So it cost me next to nothing. So yeah, that's the paper, and this is the sketchbooks here that I will unveil and show you. We'll open the Amazon bag first, and I'll show you what's inside. This here is a 2-pack of ARTEZA sketchbooks. I had a choice of this one, which is just a sketchbook, which is 180 GSM, or I had the choice of getting the watercolor books, but the watercolor books were $30 more than this one. So I decided to go with this, and this was part of the Black Friday sale that this was part of the Black Friday sale. So I got these two ARTEZA sketchbooks in this 2-pack for $48, and that's with postage. So it was free postage. So $48 for these two, I didn't think was too bad, especially when ARTEZA here in Australia, like to get ARTEZA is extremely expensive. Everything's expensive here in Australia. Like it's bullshit how us poor people here in Australia have to suffer the higher price of everything. So yeah, for the watercolor pack, for the same thing but in watercolor paper, was going to cost me about, it was nearly $80, which probably isn't still too bad. It was $80 Australian. I got this for 48, so I just went with this. So yeah, we'll open this up. Have a look at this. I like this because it had the elastic thing, the elastic little holder, and yeah, like that's pretty thick paper. Like I got this too because I thought that this would probably hold up to watercolor, because my my Artway Studio's 170 GSM, and it holds up to watercolor perfect. So I thought, I can't go wrong, it's cheaper, and if this can handle watercolor, you know, I'm laughing. And the pages are definitely slightly more yellow than, say, I'll get my Artway Studio book. Definitely you can see the color difference. I'm not too fussed on that, like I don't really care. It is hard to beat this Artway Studio, but these pages are definitely thicker than this, because obviously there's, you know, 10 GSM difference. But yeah, I'm very excited to try the ARTEZA books. I've been wanting to try the ARTEZA books for a while, and I just love the cloth finish, and like I said, this elastic band, and it's also got the little bookmarker in it, so you can mark where you're up to in the book when you're sketching. So yeah, that's a nice little touch, and yeah, I'm very happy with what they look like so far. So I sort of can't wait to try them. Right, next is the wad of paper I got from the Riot Arts and Crafts store. So the biggest thing with Riot is there is rumors getting around, well I think they're rumors, that they are closing down completely, even their online stores, and they basically are trying to get rid of all their stock. So that's why there's really great bargains at the moment at Riot. I've got a little bag. Is that on the floor? Get rid of some of this mess. So this is pretty cool. You get a nice little bag. Right, so this is what I got. The first one I got was this Paper Mill brand, and it is a watercolor pad. It's 300 GSM. It's 6" by 6", and it's cold pressed, acid free, and there is 12 sheets of that. So I wanted to try this Paper Mill paper, and let's just cut it open and see what it's like. Oh yeah, that is very thick paper. Love it. It's quite a big sort of tooth, wrinkly sort of tooth. So yeah, awesome. Okay, so next I got the same paper, but in a different size. So just an A4. I mean, sorry, just an A5 size. Because, you know, I like to mix it up, so it's 12 sheets as well, and it'll be exactly the same as that, but just A5. Okay, so next I got some of the same brand, Paper Mill. I got some Kraft card, which is a tanned paper, which I really enjoy creating black and grey and using white gel pen on this. So I plan to do some illustrations in the future on this, and it's 250 GSM and it's 10 sheets. Oh yeah, that is nice and thick. All right, next I got some Eraldo Di Paolo watercolor paper. It's 300 GSM. It's a medium tooth. A4, it's 10 sheets. So yeah, let's bust this out and have a look. Oh yeah, that's really nice. And that tooth, I don't know if you can see that, that's not too bad. Like I've sort of been enjoying working with a little bit of a thicker tooth lately. I still love my hot press. I'm a hot press girl, but next one I got is the hot press. So once again, it's watercolor. It's A4, it's 300 GSM, it's 100% cotton. And like I said, like I actually haven't told you how much I got this for. So far, I have been getting most of these for $5. $5, that's insane. Oh yes, look how smooth that is. That is what does it for me, is that beautiful smooth. Oh, I love hot press. Okay, so the next one I bought is the Rough in the watercolor pad, 100% cotton, 300 GSM, A4, 10 sheets. Let's cut this one open. Holy crap. How insane is that chunk? Look at that chunk, wow. Oh, I don't know what I'm gonna do with that one, but I got it anyway because it was $5. So the last thing in the box is I decided to get the watercolor pad, the 300 GSM in the medium tooth in the A3. So this one was really cheap too. I think from memory, I think this one was only $5 as well. It was either 5 or it was 10. I can't remember, But yeah, like it was too cheap to let go. So yeah, it's got 10 sheets. Well, really technically there's 20 A4s, 40 A5s, list goes on. I won't open that because it's the same as this one. So yeah, that is my paper haul. I'm excited to use all these. I've now got a lot of paper for a while, and that's the key, is when you can get it cheap, you buy it in bulk because you save, and then you don't have to buy anything for a while. And that's the aim of my game, because I like to spend as little as possible to make art. And if I can save anywhere, because I've said this before, I feel as though you don't need to spend hundreds of dollars to get a good result in art. So this is why I buy all this cheaper stuff. As long as you're not using printer paper for watercolor and markers, you're good. You know, you just step up to, you know, to your where you want to be. Like if you want to go for the high-end stuff, that's cool. Like if you're selling your artwork, that is the best thing you could do, is use expensive equipment, like use the acid, like the proper 100% cotton, light fast watercolors and markers and whatnot. But see, I don't sell my art, I can't part with originals. So I am just purely making these to show you and draw and get ideas out there and inspire you guys. But I'm not selling these. I will sell prints in the future, but you don't need to have that expensive equipment to put, you know, to paint on like $100 paper with $150 watercolors, just to scan it into the computer and put it up on, say, Redbubble. So yeah, I don't see the need to do that. So that's why I buy all this, because I'm looking at it from a point of view where I'm not going to be selling my original work. So after that shit that I've just spoken, I'm going to pick one of these to do an illustration today. Okay, enough of me doing this, and let's do some of this. So shock horror, I decided to use the hot press watercolor paper for this illustration that I'm going to be doing today, because I love it. And let me tell you, this paper is just, it is so good. Like, I am really impressed with this, with the texture of it and the way that I can put watercolor down on it, and it's definitely very nice. I can't complain much about the hot press watercolor paper that I do have, because it just seems to be always really good. Like, even doesn't matter what brand I get, whereas like your cold presses and just normal watercolor paper can be so hit and miss that I have bought. But yeah, so far the brands that I do have in the hot press, I can't complain about them whatsoever. And especially this brand is for me is just like so good. Like, it's cheap, but it just works so well, and I am extremely impressed with how it does work. So this illustration that I'm doing in this video was inspired by a movie that my partner was watching, and it's the Universal Soldiers one, the second one, I think it is. I can't remember the title. I know it's Universal Soldiers. It's alright, I'm googling it right now. It's Universal Soldier Day of Reckoning, and it was done in 2012, and it's got Van Damme in it. It's got what's his name? My mum loves him. Wait a sec. Where is it? Oh, Dolphy Lugdrum. Yep, my mum goes nuts over him. And it's also the main guy in it is Scott Adkins, and Scott Adkins is actually my favourite actor. He's always in low budget movies, but he can fight unreal, and he's just chef's kiss. He's a spunk. And yeah, so I got this idea from this movie where his family gets murdered, and he keeps having like these flashbacks of his daughter standing there in her pajamas at the doorway with just blood dripping from her and her teddy bear, and the teddy bear is just completely dripping with blood. And as soon as I saw that part in the movie, I got out my sketchbook and I went to town. I just started sketching ideas, and this is what I came up with from that scene in the movie. It looks totally different. She's not holding an axe in the movie because she's only a little girl. She's just standing there in her pajamas with blood dripping down in the doorway. But I took that idea, and this is what my brain came up with from that image. So I have this creepy girl, and she's standing there with this axe, and she's done horrible things, and it's basically a revenge thing. Like whoever it is has like murdered her family, and it's turned her completely bitter and twisted as it would. And she went on a murdering spree, and she killed the people who killed her family. And she took her teddy bear along, and the teddy bear has obviously been dropped into blood, and she's come out of it, and she's finished her slaying of everybody. And yeah, this is the final scene of her standing there knowing that she has gotten revenge on absolutely everybody that played a part in murdering her family. So yeah, that's the story behind this one. Bit gruesome, bit sad, and a bit morbid, but hey, that's what my brain generated from watching that movie that I did, and that's what I came up with. And that's how things work sometimes. Like, I can be watching a movie and I'll get an idea from a scene in it, and I will just go to town and I'll start sketching. So yeah, I get inspiration from everywhere. Doesn't matter where it is, yeah, I will get it. So I will get inspiration to draw something. Now, I had a bit of a hard time drawing her hair, like doing her hair and her knees. Oh my God. And the shoes, once again, I struggled I rubbed those shoes out a million times, and this is what I came up with. I really need to sit down and work on shoes. I just can't do feet. And knees I do struggle with, so her knees look foul, but I'm hoping that everything else in the piece sort of distracts from her knees because, yeah, another thing I've got to work on. Plus this pose that I did, like I didn't do any or get any references for this pose. I sort of just tried to wing it and tried to just do it out of my memory from, yeah, just thinking about how she would be standing. So obviously I still need references on knees. That's truthful. So anyway, that is my final piece right there. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.